This Lion fan base have been craving home playoff football since this building opened in 2002, and they've got it today at Ford Field in Detroit. Coming up, an important divisional round matchup in the NFC between the San Francisco 49ers and the Detroit Lions. The first of 4 berths in the conference championships on the line here as divisional weekend in the NFL is underway. Taken from about the 12. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. Garoppolo. That's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. Just 3 catches in the wild card victory for him a week ago, and now he's got his first here, and it's good for a first down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball in the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. First carry for Elijah Mitchell. And slow going there as he'll only get a yard, maybe, up to the 41.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. On 2nd and 9. Garoppolo. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. They'll send a receiver in motion left. Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 36. He was so vital in their wild card win a week ago. 8 catches in that game. This is his first one in this affair. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 36. On play action, now Garoppolo. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
But it looked like a march to the end zone. He's hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big 3rd down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. And the slot man goes in motion left. Garoppolo again. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Mike Hughes. And the Lions Lions are going to get possession here as they force the opening drive turnover. And certainly, look, you're on the road in the playoffs. That is a suboptimal start, opening drive INT.
And partner, sometimes I wonder, do these teams talk about it to such an extent that maybe you almost talk yourself into the turnover when you're trying to avoid it?
Yeah, maybe they get a little too worried about keeping the football, and then you give it to the other team right off the bat. And look, we said it, on the road, this is just a terrible, terrible start for them.
It is, and now they've got to rely on their defense.
The first carry now for the BYU man. It's Jamal Williams. He'll get this to about the 38.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
First carry for DeAndre Swift. And the defense on him quickly there as they stop him at the 40 for a gain of just 2. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Throwing on third, Goff. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Nick Bosa gets in there to drop him for a loss of 13 yards, and it's also 4th down now. Jack Fox now gets set to punt. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return, and the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Remember last time out they threw the interception on their first drive. Good news, their defense backed him up, so it's still 0-0 here as they begin their second possession.
Judge a defense, how do they handle what we call sudden change? When all of a sudden, you know, it goes against their offense and have to run out in the field and try to put out the fire. Give this one great kudos for getting out there and not letting that interception lead to points. Excellent job by them defensively.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10.
21. Here we go. 11.
Throwing now is Garoppolo. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a 1st down as well.
And that's how you shake off the interception you throw on the opening drive, come back and throw another strike and gain nice yardage. And I give credit to 2 people on this one. The man throwing the ball and the person calling the plays. They're not shutting him down early in this game.
And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5.
And that's exactly what you want on a 1st down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
I got you. 21.
From midfield, here's Garoppolo. Looking sideline, and he's going to have his man as he was able to walk the tightrope there for the completion. They'll give him 4 yards there. And now that sets up 3rd and 2.
Was that a receiver? Yeah, actually it was. There's a running back who was a receiver on the play. I he's been spending time in the receiver drills getting his feet down.
Well, those guys out of the backfield, they got to be good, agile with their feet. He showed the agility there with a toe tap.
No doubt about it. It's like he'd learned a ballet school. Got the toes down and stayed in bounds.
And he is going to have a Niners first down, and comfortably so, as he gets 5 there on 3rd and a yard.
And the 49er first down.
We're scoreless after 1.
Quarter with no score.
Here we go.
Back to the ground here, Mitchell. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
Meanwhile, Garoppolo's throw caught by Gray. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, and it's good for a first down as well.
Wait. 21.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. And this one too low.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Here we go.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. On play action, it's Garoppolo. Looking for the crossing receiver, and he's got him. It's Samuel. And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line.
Didn't they tell us in our meetings that they needed to account for him on each and every play?
You think a guy of his caliber? So how does a guy like him get that wide open?
That usually means there's a tire breakdown on what the coverage was. So everyone thought they were doing something, and they were supposed to be doing something else. But bottom line is, no matter what, you have to know where he is and cover him on every play.
Here we go.
On 2nd down, here's Mitchell. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain on that one, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. To throw, it's Garoppolo. That's caught by Deebo Samuel. Touchdown, San Francisco. A 3-yard touchdown pass. And the 49ers are on the board first here in this division round matchup. Gold with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. Here comes Khalif Raymond from his end zone. Now a hit and a loose football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
As that ball got away from him and he saw the opposing team recover it,
he felt this. And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with a slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now it's gone. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Goff now looking to throw. He's airing it out for Williams. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in. On 4th down, Jack Fox on to punt for Detroit. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A good return there, 17 yards. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense. That's a nice throw there, and he's obviously feeling pretty good because, remember, he had a touchdown pass on the last drive, and here he comes out throwing again. And they wind up getting good yardage and a 1st down right out of the gate.
2nd quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. 11. Garoppolo on 1st down. Drops this underneath, it's Mitchell. And he's going to get this down near the 25.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
1st down, here's Mitchell. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. 13. Garoppolo. And he will find his man, Samuel. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Garoppolo able to find Samuel there for a Niners 1st down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
And a little bit of space there, takes it inside the 5 to the 3. He was trying to clear the way, the big fullback. Instead, he gets a hold.
And you don't see that very often on running plays from those guys because usually they're the lead blocker. Normally, when he gets caught, it's in a passing situation.
A terrible spot for a holding call as they'll try again, but now from further back on 1st and goal. the gun. It's Garoppolo. That is caught by the tight end, Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. Jimmy Garoppolo with his second touchdown pass of this first half. And the 49ers will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Gold able to tack on the extra point. And that'll make the score 14-0.
14. Lions, nothing. Robbie Gould.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. Here's Raymond bringing it out. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. It's a gain of 3, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, obviously, they would have at least liked to have gotten back to the original line of scrimmage. Instead, now, they're dealing with 2nd and long.
I thought they would have passed it after the penalty. Probably wish they would have now. And just not a ton of room to work with. He'll get it to the 15 for a gain of 2. So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC Divisional Round matchup as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. 2nd half action back underway. Here's Raymond bringing it out. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And Charles, that had to be an interesting locker room at halftime. This is a team that's had so much success this year. Haven't really had to deal with a lot of adversity at halftime, to be honest. But now here they are with their playoff lives on the line.
And I think when you're alluding to that interesting locker room, you're just wondering, how are they handling that bit of adversity that they're seeing right now? Because I think this is a team that has to look to lean on the veterans at this point. We know we're better than this. We've proved it all season. Let them disseminate that confidence through the locker room. But this opening drive, it'll be an important one for them to give them a little jolt of confidence moving forward.
On 2nd down, Swift. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing in the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right, it might go to them in this game.
I like that. MVU. Well done.
That's to Amon-Ra St. Brown. And he is going to have a Lions 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. I think everyone in the stadium saw that big hit coming.
And I, as a former defensive back, have to admit I'm a little disappointed. He actually was able to hold on to the ball. He brought the lumber on that play. Give my man a whole lot of credit for taking the hit and possessing the football.
And picking up the 1st down. Kevin King coming up from the secondary to make the play. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
The 2nd down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. Look off now to throw. Open man, he's got him, the tight end Hockenson. And he'll get this up near midfield, but that's still a few yards shy of the first down. Call it a gain of 6 on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. Here comes the Lions punter now as he's on to kick it away. He'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line.
Here we go, here we go,
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They fake the give. Now Garoppolo looks to throw. Steps away toward the sideline, and that is a nice catch as he's able to tiptoe his way out of bounds. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try to put the hammer down and finish this one off.
16 more on that one and another first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Now a play fake. Garoppolo on the move to his left. And his throw is incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. Got his target, Samuel. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 33. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. A shotgun handoff to Mitchell. And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
Well, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
2nd and 5 now. Garoppolo over the middle, and he's got Gray. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Now a timeout called for by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
Here we go,
The
here we go,
8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3.
21, 21. 21, 21.
There's Garoppolo to throw. And that is incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
So Garoppolo off. Coming on is the veteran Robbie Gould for the 49er field goal. The kick by Gould is good, and that will extend their lead even further. And right now, Charles, this is about building that lead little by little, and they're able to do just that.
And it gets them past the key number of 16, so this is now a 3-score lead. Not time to exhale just yet, but that might prove to be an important 3 points before things are said and done.
Here's Raymond bringing it out. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
One quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Still 9 remaining on second down. They'll stay on the ground with Swift. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. It's a gain of 10 for the Lions and a first down. All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back. What I mean is, in the NFL, that option to throw the football all comes about organically. It's a natural deal based on reads. In college, if you're going to throw the football off a triple option, you've actually called that play.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now Goff. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. Only able to gain a couple there, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
From the gun on 3rd down, Goff. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Desperation time for Goff on 4th. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Detroit. DJ Chark, 66 yards. And the Lions are finally on the board here in the 4th quarter. When you're trailing in the 4th quarter, you got to take some chances you might not normally take, and here, that one pays off big time.
And you have to think to yourself, not only did that pay off big time for them, but what was going on the opposite side of the ball? They know that they have to take a chance here. They know they have to come up with something big, yet it still happens. So credit the execution, but wonder what the defense was doing.
Pulls it in at the 13. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And now 1st downs are key. They want to keep that clock moving, up by 2 scores as they try to cement their place in the conference championship round in 1 week's time. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage. Use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. Throws the out route and completes it to Samuel. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. He's got the first down. Boy, he was dynamite in the wild card game last week. He hasn't disappointed in this game either. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. This will be caught. It's Samuel. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the fourth, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
On the counter, Mitchell. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. I certainly know that I, for one, would not like to be on the other end of a tackle when this game's coming at you full speed from a strong safety spot. Boy, that was a nice play. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now Garoppolo. Over the middle, complete to Samuel. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 19. 23 yards the pickup there. Well, normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the fourth quarter, but the way that they passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? In this stage of the game, you would think you would switch to a running attack, but you're exactly right. They've thrown it so well throughout the game, and trusting this quarterback, I think he continued to do so.
Tackle there by Alex Anzalone.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Just a 1-yard pickup there that's going to make it 3rd down and 6.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the plays we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. On 3rd down, here's Mitchell. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. 50 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down, fourth quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys are just saying, let's just keep running it out. We've got them now.
I'm assuming they're keeping this football on the ground, right?
I would think so, because you're looking at the clock. That's in your favor. You're looking at the geography of the field, right? Where you are, that's in your favor as well. Keep it on the ground. Keep pounding. Run that clock down. You got everything working in your direction.
Once again, it's Mitchell. And a little bit of space there. Takes it inside the 5 to the 3. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal. Now they'll send a tight end in motion left. They'll try to run with Mitchell. No gain on the play that time, so a big stop, and it's going to leave them with a 4th and goal. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. And the 39-year-old veteran puts it right through, and that will extend their lead even further. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still 8 up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34.
At their own 34-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They can't do much at this point, partner. This one is going to go down in the loss column.
You don't make up for what has happened during the game in this sequence here. Maybe you hand it off and let someone run the ball if you so choose. But otherwise, just kneel down, call it a day, and try and prepare going forward. He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
On 2nd and 9, Goff. Pass complete. It's Hockenson. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's 3rd and 4 now. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. One last throw here for Goff. And that's caught by Williams. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. And they have secured a spot in the conference championship. And now you can start to smooth